Hello and welcome to the second video in my little series here talking about my Mistweaver performance, giving some tips and tricks on the various fights. Today we're going to be talking about Mythic Il'gynoth, basically the big eye in Emerald Nightmare. So this is a video of probably our fourth or fifth kill for my guild, so we're pretty well underway, understand the fight and things like that. So we do make some mistakes in this video. I didn't really edit it for our cleanest kill, but I did want to talk through this one because it does show some of the issues you potentially are going to run into. So here initially we are doing the kind of the 8 blob strat, which is to kill all of these 8 initial blobs at once, kind of blow a bunch of cooldowns. So as you can see there, I set up my Transcendence just to get that slow going. I leave it there. I don't actually port there at all during the fight. It's more just to keep everything slowed as it kind of gets in. And here you can see us grouping up all the ads, making sure they all die at the same time. At this point, I am blowing Manatee with Essence Font, just kind of spamming out Essence Font, even though I do have the UT proc. Figure Essence Font's a little bit better to kind of pull through there. And I do drop a Revival at the end just because we do get a little bit low. From here, it's kind of just rolling into the normal healing rotation, keeping Rem up, using Vivifies, using our Shayloon's Gift. Just to keep the stacks low. And what you'll do notice, and a bigger mistake, or not a big mistake, but a mistake I make, is I didn't pop Bird or Chi-Ji early. It should have been something I popped out probably before even the blob started dying, so roughly 25-30 seconds in the fight. The reason being is then you can just kind of spam it on cooldown for the rest of the fight, and it should be up for the specific pieces you'll need it as. One going into the eye room is really good there. Lets you do a little bit more DPS. And then the second, it'll be up for the second phase coming out of the eye when you'll need some cooldowns again. So kind of an issue there with me, a little bit of a mess up, but I do kind of use it here just to get it out. As these Corruptor Tentacles spawn, the debuff does do a lot of damage. There's a lot of damage going out, both on the tanks and on the person with the debuff, so you kind of want to use it. I use it here just to kind of get it out. I knew I messed up the cooldown, so more from that perspective. Tank does get low here. Normally I save my life cocoon for basically if a tank takes a big hit and doesn't get immediately popped up either by another healer's cooldown or just in general some more healing getting pumped into them. So basically I wait kind of half a tick in my mind and then drop LC. So I did that there for a paladin tank, took a big blast from the ad there and dropped fairly low. The other thing you want to look out for on this fight, and something that you kind of see me doing, is just noticing people with debuffs. We try and keep it low. Like 1 debuff is manageable on a person. As soon as they get 2, you're going to want to try and dispel that. If you can notice a bunch of the ads dying, there's not too many ads out there, you can kind of do an early dispel. But I would wait to see, because a lot of times what we do is have people just kind of tank them for a hit or two. And then they'll die. So try and kind of save dispels for that point. You see here, I let Rem kind of stay out there for way too long. I should have used Rem already. I don't know what I'm thinking here, but this is bad. We have 2 people die there, probably to a combination, or to basically missing the soak. Somebody moved, so we've kind of had to use some additional healing cooldowns here. See, I did drop a quick Essence Font just to get some of the debuffs out there while continuing to heal. Again, Shayloon's getting a little high. I should use it right about now on someone, but I don't, which becomes an issue here in a second. And I am kind of tanking the Spew Corruption while sitting in here. So this is a ton of damage. Luckily, get some big heals from both our Holy Priest and myself, kind of top us off, and we're good to go to keep moving. So right now, again, Shayloon's getting very high, but we're just killing the final remaining Ickers before we go in. So just kind of holding it for now. I do use it there to get top some people off. So again, it's all about kind of using these UT procs as they come up, keeping people topped. And then once you get in the eye, I don't do a ton of damage here for this first eye phase. I could have done a little bit more. I just wanted to make sure everybody was topped up. But what we're going to do is just kind of move away, stay off the the red stuff on the ground, and just, if you can, hit some DPS buttons, because you do some non-trivial damage to these bosses. So what you'll see here is, as a monk, you can roll away if you get the debuff and you get pretty far away and you'll be okay. A bunch of people take damage. You don't need to use any cooldowns here. I pop the bird. Like I said, the bird's really good in here. If you can use them, I definitely have them up for this. Because what it allows you to do is right now what you'll see is I drop a Lay Torrent right here just to get some mana back. And I'll pretty much end this phase at almost full mana. I think I ended it with like 80 or over 90% mana, which is really, really good going to the second phase. So let the debuffs clear before I run out. I don't have one. And then just top people off. So again, Vivify, spam out some stuff. You'll see my bird breaks here. I need to get a macro, I think, to get him to heal. I noticed it way, way, way too late. But he's just kind of chilling. The Shaylun stacks will stack up when you're in the eye. Just because there's not a ton of, I guess, damage to heal, basically. So right now we're just setting up for our second 8 blob phase. So again, I just kind of position myself in case I get targeted. So I'm already up here, which I did here. And we're just trying to get these blobs to the front as quickly as possible so we can blow them all up again. As you can see, I have both Mana Tea up. I've got Rem up that I could be dropping here. Pretty much everything that I could need. So draw my Mana Tea, draw my Essence Fonts, and just kind of spam this out. Keep people topped. People drop low, hit Revival, top them back up, and we're good to go. We only lost our DK there. I believe he wasn't in any of the stuff or any of the healing cooldowns. So again, if you are losing people, it's because of healing cooldowns just not standing in here. So I do drop a Shayluns on myself. You pretty much can solo heal yourself as a monk, which you get Spew Corruption. Just kind of take it out of the middle. Don't drop your puddles in the middle. It's pretty simple. So for the most part, this is, again, just another phase. It's all about ad management now. So we're just kind of rolling through. Make sure you stay in the debuff. If you can, grab 2. If you can't, just make sure they don't go off. That's kind of what caused a lot of deaths early on, and it'll probably wipe your group. We do have a couple of kills on our belts who, like I said, we were able to recover earlier. So it wasn't too detrimental. So going in, just kind of trying to get the Ickers in as close as we can. We missed one there, but the idea is we don't want to get 2 debuffs, because at this point, you can see we're kind of low on healing cooldowns. We do have, one of our Holy Priests does have a cooldown available if we need it, and we do have Tide available also. From the Shaman, so a couple of cooldowns if we do get 2, but for the most part, not a ton. We don't have Trank, we don't have my Revival for that piece, and we're kind of missing our Warrior Shouts. So at this point, this phase is really kind of just about watching tanks, because they'll take some damage, but really it's the Spew Corruption people that are going to take the most. So as long as they're moving, not standing in puddles, you should be good to go. So I would just watch those guys, keep those debuffs on your raid frames, make sure you know where they are, and that you can top guys off from that. So not too much going on here. We do have a lot of ads up. Like I said, got a bunch of stuff. So just really about ad management. Kind of the AoE damage that goes out from these things isn't actually terrible. So as these little ads are dying, the dot you get, I mean, you can barely see some of our raid frames moving. So at low stacks, it's single stack, even 2 stack, not terrible. When you start getting into like 3 and you're killing stuff way too quickly. So you'll see here we do get a double stack. This is an issue. Do start to take a little bit of damage, not too much, but it's not too big a deal. We now have our healing cooldowns back up after that initial one. So you have Trank, 30 seconds on Revival. We did have to drop our healing Tide there when we did get that 2 stack. So we pushed DPS a little bit quicker here than we normally would. So we do get another, I think we get another 2 stack going in. But we pop a Trank, everybody stays topped. I think I throw an Essence Font or 2 out. At this point, going into this final eye phase, just burn as much mana as you can. Going into the eye with, even 15, maybe even 10% mana, you'll be fine. People aren't going to take a ton of burst damage. We kill these first set of eyes, so as long as they go down quickly, you're able to interrupt and they go down quickly. You shouldn't run into too many issues in this final phase. So I do have the eye on me. Whoever was supposed to kill my eye didn't. Drop an LC on myself just to make sure I live, and then just start trying to top off the rest of these people. But the boss is 4% left or 2%, and he's going to go down. So, and that's pretty much the fight. Like I said, a little bit light on the Rem usage. Could have used Bird earlier, but overall it went pretty well. We got some really, really crappy loot. So, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.